Hello, and thank you for your interest in a Pet Passages franchise. I'm Mike Harris, founder and CEO of Pet Passages. As the leader in end-of-life care for pets, we are guided by a simple but powerful mission, guiding pet parents through their pet's passage. For us, there is no greater responsibility than honoring and preserving the story and memory of a family's beloved pet. Recently, I hosted a meeting with some of our franchisees, and I was deeply moved by the stories they shared about their experience with Pet Passages. What you are about to see is candid and unscripted feedback, real stories from real owners about why they chose Pet Passages and how it has transformed their lives and their communities. I hope their words provide valuable insights and inspire you as you consider becoming part of Pet Passages.
I did a lot of research. I checked into several different franchises, and I talked to you, I think, like 2 years before I ever made the decision to go with Pet Passages. The reason that I went with them is the honesty that I felt like I got when I called. The honest answers that he was open and forthright. The more I have found out about the franchise, the more I know that the whole overall picture is an excellent picture, and the processes and stuff are the best out there.
You know, it just seems like a very family, personal kind of company to work for, and it's a little bit more intimate. And I think that's very important when you're launching a business. You want to feel like you have somebody who's going to have your back, who's going to be there for you every step of the way, even though this is technically your location, but it's still someone that we can look to for guidance. And I think Mike has been great at that so far, and we're not even open yet.
We went to Texarkana, Arkansas. I had very specific questions that, even though I had not talked to Mike that much, Teresa had done mainly all the talking, is I went and asked them specific questions. And the questions were, is Mike actually available if we need help? If we don't know what we're doing and we get into a bind, can we pick up the phone and actually talk to him? And different questions like that. And they said, oh yeah, we called him in the middle of the night one time when our retort wasn't working, and told me a story. And anyway, I just asked a lot of specific questions that were making me fearful of doing it. And when we got in the vehicle and left, I looked at Teresa and I said, let's do it. Because they mirrored out there exactly what Teresa had said. So we had that double confidence of, yes, Mike is who he says he is. It's not just a show or a salesman, it's really what it is. And that's why I said, okay, I'm on board for this.
We didn't even know that pet cremation was a thing until we were working at a vet office where we saw, the people coming in and taking the pets. So that kind of prompted us to say, hey, we've got a 16-year-old pet at the time. She's in renal failure. We're going to have to make decisions for her. So after really just looking around us at our community, there was nothing that we would want to use. So that's kind of what led us to start looking into pet cremation. None of us have a business background. We knew franchising was going to be the best thing for us. So after my sister Jade and Mom started digging around on the internet, they came across a couple places. Mom did say that your website definitely stood out amongst the rest. And she said, really, kind of like Teresa said, for her, it was being able to talk to you. You kind of put her nerves and everything at rest. And, it did take us a little while to finally commit, but we wouldn't have made the transition definitely as smoothly and as easily without you being there and having full transparency and really just walking us through every step of the way.
When I looked at the software and the program that you put together, I kind of wanted to fill in the spaces that I didn't have expertise in. I know how to sell, I know how to do customer service, but I didn't know anything about this business. I was really impressed by the software and the thoroughness with which it addressed how to service people that are looking to have their pet cremated.
We were really sitting on the fence about whether or not to do a franchise. We'd had a bad personal experience cremating a dog, and we wanted to do something better and just bring in that the same dignity you'd use for a human funeral home. The fact that the software came with that, and we weren't going to have a software cost or the websites, the IT, all that was, loaded into the program to begin with. And I think the biggest thing that tipped the scales for us was talking with other Pet Passages owners and basically hearing from them that there would not, if they had to do it all over again, they would do the same thing. The support was great, the program was great. We were really looking into a lot of the ethics ends of it and how people really, if they really did walk the walk in terms of how we take care of pets and pet parents.
Especially as much on the consulting side. Because we looked at do we hire a consultant to help us do all this? But not just that, but it was also the software was a big thing, at least for me, it was the software. And also that there was a game plan. There was a process in place. That was probably the big thing for me, was kind of packaging all those items together.
And why reinvent the wheel? I was like, why go head to head with Pet Passages? Because they're going to be in our area at some point.
Yeah, the tracking system and everything that's in place, I think all that made it where it'd be fairly turnkey in general as far as the process.
It's nice to have the opportunity to get to go home at the end of the day and know that I've helped people. I think that's really what it is for me, is I get to support my family, which is really important for me, but also I get to do that in such a way where I'm hugging people who are crying. It's just a really special and unique opportunity to get to help people in that way.
Thank you for taking the time to learn more about Pet Passages and hearing from our incredible franchisees. If their stories resonated with you, I encourage you to take the next step and explore how a Pet Passages franchise could be the right fit for you. Together, we can continue our mission of guiding pet parents through their pet's passage and preserving the memory of their beloved pets. We'd love to hear from you, so don't hesitate to reach out with any questions. Thank you, and we look forward to welcoming you to Pet Passages.